What's up, old school homies? Let's talk about chert. Chert is one of these rocks that's super common, and it forms in marl. Marl is just clay and limestone and shells all turned into kind of a sandbar. And if it gets compressed enough over enough time, it'll form a solid, massive chert when all of the chalcedony is excreted out of the dying sea creatures. Basically, this rock is made of dead sea creatures. A lot of chert is mostly made of the skeletons of plankton and shells, and it's basically like the ocean floor, you know? Not all the time. There are different types of cherts that are considered a sedimentary rock, but not from oceanic nature. But I would say most of them that I've encountered that are fancy, it's kind of a component of it to see fossils in it to make it valuable, you know what I mean? Turritella agate, how about that one? That'll work. Yeah, I don't know why they call it agate. It's not really translucent, it's opaque, but it looks similar to this. It has little sea creatures in it. I picked up this one near the train tracks, and it was brought to the train tracks. It wasn't a naturally occurring rock, but it was so abundant somewhere that they chipped it into these pieces. And you could see some druzy quartz right there. And that's what tells you this is microcrystalline quartz. It's a chalcedony. And that's impressive. That's cool. I didn't really enjoy cutting it, to be honest. There are some that are nicer than others, but this one, it looks like this when you cut it. Like, it didn't get any more fancy when I got it inside. I said I just let it go, you know. I cut a few pieces of it. Sometimes, like, they get more fancy, like mookaite or mookite, however you would pronounce it. It'll have these fadey colors. Like, it's from a certain area in Australia where it looks nice. This looked a lot more plain. It's used as a utilitarian rock for like arrowheads in the middle of America. In a lot of areas in the middle of America, this is the only rock. And that's why they form tools out of it. It's hard, it could form into sharp pieces. It was the only chalcedony they had to work with. And that's why they'll usually have their own name for it. Flint is chert. It's the same thing. It's just typically archaeologists will call it flint. Like flint tools is what they say about Native American tools. They don't say chert tools, but some people do. Like if it was me, I would say chert tools most of the time, unless it was marketable to say flint. But a lot of marketing is why you would call it Turritella agate, which is a chert and agate. Agate sounds cooler, you know. Start saying chert, it starts sounding really abundant, like some tiles. Like they make tiles out of this, you know what I mean? And they're still interesting tiles. If you look at some of them, I went in the Panasonic building in Mission Viejo, and there was what was on the ground? I was looking, because if I see limestone and stuff, I'll look and see if there's any fossils in it. Sometimes it's interesting. You don't have anything else to do, you know. Look at the tabletop. Sometimes a tabletop's made out of it or something. I look for garnets in those too, but yeah, it was like a nautilus kind of thing in the ground, and I was looking at it like, wow, that part of the floor is super interesting. And I was just sitting there waiting in the lobby for some lady to help me out. But yeah, this is such an abundant rock that some people don't want to collect it. In the UK, it's a big deal. A lot of it's black. It's just solid black. It's very uncollectible a lot of the time. Right? But it can be collectible. There is a guy, and I'll leave a link in the description, and he's finding sort of a bluish teal colored chert that he calls ribbon chert. This is because it forms in ribbons, and it's pretty cool. It's just like these little flat pieces that are almost preformed cabs. So I'll leave a description of his channel down there. Just click on the link and it'll take you to his video.